Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're planning for last week in November, and I'm using this Caress Press September mystery from last year called Murder Mystery, which was an exclusive that I did for her, and obviously it's based off murder mysteries, and there's a lot of Clue or Cluedo references in there, and I just thought it'd be a perfect way to transition to the final parts of autumn from Halloween, and yeah, that was really pretty, and I've been waiting to use this. I also watched the movie, rewatched the movie Clue this weekend to go along with it because it's one of my favorite films. Here's all like my different foil and stuff. Got some Sadie stickers, got some SBC, got Caress Press foil bundle, just a bunch of that stuff. Oh yeah, so it's the week of the 7th to the 13th, was it? Anyway, but yeah, so we did rewatch Clue, and I love that film. It's just hilarious all the time. It never ages, honestly. It's always been good. I know there's been like a remake in the works for years now, and I just watch it, I'm like, there's no point in remaking this because it's just perfect as it is. Like the actors, the way it's written, how it's based in like the 50s, so you kind of have like the Red Scare kind of part, and then also just the way it's filmed. I feel like they don't film films that way anymore. Like Locke pointed out when we were watching it this time that it's filmed like as if it's a stage play. Like you can kind of feel them running around this stage and you're kind of watching in the same room. I think that's really interesting. It's like, this will be weird, but Rowan Atkinson talks about Mr. Bean this way, that they try to film a lot of wide shots in his room and in other sets. So it feels like you're sitting there watching a stage play, and that actually makes it funnier because it feels like you're there. And that's what I feel like Clue is like as well. It's like watching a play. Which I feel like a lot of contemporary movies don't really do that anymore. So I don't know if that would work. I feel like it's in development hell, so it's probably never going to happen. But I'm just like, please don't remake it. It doesn't need to be. Plus we have like new stuff like Knives Out, which I'm looking forward to. The second one coming out on, I think it's online in Christmas. I'm pretty sure. Like around Christmas. So that should be fun. But yeah. So what else to say? I don't know. Well, this week was an interesting week. I was going to try and get back into work, but it just ended up being another week where I was relaxing and recovering still, and I actually left the house 2 times, which I was very happy with myself, picking up mail. I think that was this week. Yeah. Doing some walks, which was good. And it's still sort of like, well, I'm trying to get in going out more before the snow comes, you know, because the snow will be here momentarily. And again, Heidi has heard my voice and she's trying to join us during this voiceover. I actually do these voiceovers in my bedroom because, the bed is a good sound dampener. So, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So I had to pick up plenty of mail, and we, I don't know, I just didn't do much this week. I did catch up on cleaning. That was a big thing that I did, because obviously when you're both sick, it's kind of impossible to clean. So I was catching up on a lot of that this week, and I'm pretty sure like Is this something I feel? I'm so confused when I do like voiceovers and also pre-plan with me, because I'm like, what have I even talked about and what week was it? But I think this is a week where I did a ton of like proper cleaning, because I got a new steam mop, and so I mopped like the whole apartment, and that was great. I haven't mopped in ages, just with like a bucket and normal mop. It was just such a pain in the butt. But a steam mop is so easy. And because my apartment's not huge and it has a really long cable, I can get most of the apartment done on one power plug. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I had to-dos, but I just didn't do them. I just avoided drawing for another week, and I just put in relax in the sidebar in the end with this cute munchkin that's supposed to be Kirsten. But it looks like me too. Brown hair and glasses in the couch all snugly with a blanket. Literally me at the moment. We also got a little heater, like portable heater, just to supplement the radiator, because they did turn down, I think they turned down our radiators 1 degree, and we were already like skirting the minimum line in our apartment, because we're on the bottom floor basically. You know, in summer it's so much cooler, but in winter, because hot air rises, it's so much harder to keep the apartment warm, even with radiators. So we've been getting like 20 degrees lately, when the minimum is supposed to be 21. So we got a little heater, which there's a big long story about our heater. We tried to buy it last year, and the company just like never sent it to us. And this is just like a standard company here in Finland, like they're called Giganti, so they're kind of like, I don't know, what's the equivalent in America? You know, like they just sell electronics, and they're like a really big store. I can't remember what it's called in America. It's on Best Buy or something. Anyway, maybe it is Best Buy, but you know, it's like the big electronics store. And so we ordered this heater from them, and then they just kept putting it off, like, it's coming soon, it's back ordered, it's coming soon. And then it's like, we kept messaging them, and they're like, oh no, it doesn't exist anymore. It's like, but look, here it is on the website, and it's still linked to the exact same as their order number. And they're like, oh, I don't know. And it never happened. So we're like, can we have a refund? And they're like, sure. And it was just like weeks and months of back and forth. The funny part of the story is this year we bought the exact same heater, and it actually came in like 2 days. It's the exact same heater that we tried to buy last year that just never got sent. So who knows what happened. Anyway, it's pretty good. We've just had it on like the minimalist level, and then it gets up a couple of degrees, and then we can just turn it off, and it's been pretty good to be warm again. So Monday, so Manifest, the new season, first half of the new season came out. I think I talked about this a little bit last time, but we finished watching the first part this week, the first 10 episodes, and there's a really interesting thing of like, no one knows when they're announcing the second part or when it's coming out. But if you actually look at Netflix's announcements and release dates, it actually lines up with dates in the show, which is just kind of genius. So the theory is that the second part will release in April, because the release date of the first part was something of November, which is when the plane reappeared in the world, because it's about a plane disappearing for 5 years and then just suddenly reappearing, like as if nothing happened. And so it reappeared on blah of November, which is when this part of the season came out. And so the theory is that the second part will come out in April, because that is there's a date in April where the plane actually disappeared. So that would be really fun if that's true. But all I can say without spoiling anything is that I really freaking hate Angelina. Like, die please. I'm so sick of her. Ew. No thanks, Angelina. No. And also, Locke's big comment about the show was the actor who plays Ben contractually obligated? Like, was it in his contract that he had to cry every single episode? Because he did. And we love him. He's our favorite character, Ben, the dad. But he cried in every episode. And I loved his wild man beard and like him basically, like, did he just live out of his car? Did he never bother to even get his car washed once during that whole thing? I'm just like, I love him. So I thought it was good, but yeah, I hate Angelina, and I can't wait for her to perish slowly because she's the worst. And then what else? Oh, just lots of cleaning. I was also finishing up my book, which was The Priory of the Orange Tree. I finished that on the Monday night. And after this, not this Monday, but in the next week's plan with me, the Monday. So I don't know if I should just keep my opinions until then. All I'll just say is I didn't realize it was a standalone book. So it was nice that everything was wrapped up. I might as well just tell you my opinions now that they're fresh. I really enjoyed like the world building and the characters somewhat. They're interesting characters. But I really feel like I agree now with the pacing issues because the second half, like the last act, kind of like blasts through because she's run out of space, I guess. And so I agree that I think the book should have been a duology. So she had a second book to really flesh out the Nameless One stuff because it just kind of goes by like nothing happened. Like, oh, that's it. Where we spend so much time in the early parts of the book compared to the stuff with the Nameless One. So while I recommend the book, and I did actually enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars, I think. I'm trying to do stars. I usually don't do them. But like I wouldn't reread it, but I liked the world enough. And I'm interested in the prequel book that comes out next year. But yeah, I definitely see like, I feel like it wraps up really quickly when it should have spent a bit more time and probably had a second book for that. But, well. So what's going on here? Oh, also the other thing is that we did a ton of, cooking this week. We cooked a big spaghetti bolognese on Tuesday, which lasts us 3 meals overall, which is great. And then we also cooked a stir fry. We just used some wok vegetable fry, like a freezer bag of wok vegetables. And I think we did noodles for this one. Did noodles, and then we had chicken, and then we just made up a sauce of sweet chili and soy sauce and stuff, and ginger. So that was tasty. And then I also cooked katsu curry. So I breaded with panko some chicken and fried that off. And then we made a Japanese curry with potatoes and carrots and capsicums. And, or as Americans would say, bell peppers. And then that lasted, and rice. And that lasted 2 meals, and it was really tasty. I was very happy with myself. It is a very, convoluted thing to make yourself because you need to put the rice on, and then, we have a rice cooker, so it's easy. And then we put the curry on, and then I had to bread and fry the chicken, but, turned out so good. Love katsu curry. So that was 2 meals. What else? Oh, we made a vegetable soup, which was 2 meals as well. It was literally just vegetables, and we just put it in the slow cooker. It's like we got these packs of root vegetables for soup. So we made vegetable soup. And then, so Thursday I mopped the whole apartment, which was awesome. And then Locke went to a work dinner. So I just chilled out by myself that night, and I got Woolshed fish and chips. Woolshed is like an Australian gastropub, which apparently lots of Australians hang out there, which makes sense. But I got the fish and chips, but I feel like the last 2 times that I got it, I had a really bad stomach ache afterwards, and I think it's because the fish is super oily. Like more so than other foods that I eat usually. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore. Just kind of sad, because sometimes you just want a good fish and chips, but nonetheless, I've learned my lesson, I guess. And I just had a nice long shower, and I did my skincare, and I did a sheet mask, which I haven't done in ages. Just trying to feel like do more of like the stuff that I used to do pre-COVID. And just watched a lot of YouTube, and then Locke got home late and had a few drinks. So they'd all had like beers and stuff, and then someone just right near the end of the dinner was like, bought them all shots. And it's like, why? Why? So anyway, so we had a good long chats and stuff, because that's always funny. And you know, letting me know everything that happened at the dinner. What else? So that was Thursday. So we'd had a big week that week, you know, going to the different post offices and shops, and then Locke went out. So yeah. And I did no work. Oh well. I just let myself off the what was that saying? I can't remember anymore. I had a whole go up on Friday. Now I'm all caught up with my stories. We also had like Bastard Burger twice this week. Whoops. It's really tasty. And they have crinkle fries, which are like the best ones. Oh, this is when we cooked the soup. So I've been putting in like cooked dinner, but then putting in like corresponding food stickers, which I think is fun. And it's like a good use for them. And then I put new nail stickers on that you can see here. I thought these ones are really pretty and like a good transition from autumn to holiday. I don't know. And then I decided to continue on with like the little white TV icon like I had done through the rest of the week. But obviously there's only one. In these old press kits, there's only one for each color with the TV. So I just made my own with the SBC white little stickers. Been watching lots of Manifest and a little bit of Big City Greens. And then we decided to start rewatching Superstore because we love that. It's been a while since we watched it. Was that like in 2020 or something? It finished? I can't remember. Maybe it was last year. But yes, we are rewatching Superstore. I just can't talk today. Like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. And if you want to know, the character that both Locke and I are most like is Jonah. And yeah. He says so many things where we're just like, right? And then we're like, oh, we laugh at ourselves. And then I put shopping spree because Fantasy Wax had their holiday release, and I bought some more wax. I don't think I'm buying any more wax for a while because now I got plenty, and I just want to get through what I have now. Plus, I need to be careful with my cat and melting it, so I want to make sure like she's not really around it too much, but we're still sort of creating a scent in the apartment. It doesn't actually get into our bedroom at all, so I feel like I'm going to melt it when she's like asleep in bed, and I can mostly close the door and then get the apartment smelling nice and then turn it off. I think those are my plans for melting wax. Yeah, because you got to be careful with your pets because they're different to us, you know. But I'm excited to get all like the holiday scents. and all that. So that would be good. But yeah, so she sold out super fast that night. So congrats to Kirsten if you're watching or listening. So I was able to snag everything. And then I was just reading again. And then on Saturday, we got fat ramen delivered, delicious ramen, and I did a bunch of filming. Oh, and this night, so this is the night I cooked the katsu curry, and look, well, we both kind of did it, but it was mostly luck. Worked on an apple pie. We got a bunch, so we ordered apples in our delivery, and we always ask for Honey Crunch because they're in season right now, and they're like the best apples, other than Fuji, but you can't get Fuji up here. But yeah, so Honey Crunch, Honey Crisp are kind of like the other really good apple, but I think they were sold out, so they changed it to Red Gala, and we're like, it's a mediocre apple, so we're like, let's just make it into an apple pie. Because we always have pastry on hand, puff pastry in the freezer. So we made an apple pie, delicious, and we just had it with the puff pastry on top and some whipped cream, and cooked the katsu curry. And then while we ate that, we watched the movie Clue, which I used this cute little munchkin with the magnifying glass. I was trying to look for the maid outfit munchkin, but I just don't have any of those anymore, so that would have been good too, but I won't. So we watched Clue, and I put watch Clue because it's I need to fill out this box, and also just putting in Clue is kind of random. And then did some more reading in bed. And then I filmed this on the Saturday, so now we're going to finish up Sunday. And I don't know what stickers I'm using, apparently. I think Sunday was a pretty standard day. I didn't have much to put in. I washed the bedding, where I accidentally washed Lux wireless earphones, so that's great. It's because they keep it on the bed, the little case for it. They kept it in the middle of the bed, and it just ended up coming up with the fitted sheet, and I just totally spaced on it always being in bed, because I was throwing the sheet around it. There was no weight to it, so I accidentally washed them, but that was a fun time. And then we vacuumed the living room and the bedroom, and I actually did some more mopping, and I mopped the bedroom this time because I didn't get to the bedroom on Thursday. And then we got McDonald's for lunch because we were feeling lazy and just wanting a chill Sunday lunch. You know how it is. Watching Superstore. We're already I think this is when we finished season 1, honestly. It doesn't take very long. It's also just a good background show just to put on while we're also looking at our phones because we're peak millennials. Or also talk to each other, We do that. So what else happened on Sunday? I don't know. I did some reading. I don't know what else I put in here. Let's wait and see. The video's almost finished, Jess. You have a minute. What are you doing? Alright, I didn't have anything really else to put in, so I think that's a big read at the bottom. Oh, and I just put in that I edited some videos, what I filmed on Saturday, which was my pre-plan with me and another video for Planmas, so we're getting there. But that is the end of the week, and I'm about to show you the finished spread. But yeah, I think it turned out super pretty. I was a bit limited on my stickers, so I used a lot from SBC's Color of the Week, but I love the way it came out. The finished spread is just so pretty and luscious. But if you liked it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't think I'll have a video on Friday, but we're gearing up for Planmas, so get ready for that. But otherwise, let me know what you thought down below, and have a wonderful week. And I'll see you next time. Bye. I love you. Bye, friend. Bye.